Hello everyone! Welcome to the 15th episode of the first round of my Pleasantview Let's Play. Last episode we played the Ramirez's, they got Tessa into private school, and Lisa started her career in journalism, leaving Chico alone at his furniture store. And today we are playing the Jacquet family. Denise worries about the future of the family business and pushes her son to marry and get her grandchild. Do her plans accord with Gilbert's voice of heart? And what about that hasty action he did to annoy his mother? By hasty action, I mean of course his woohoo with his employee Trina Dalton. He didn't want to marry whoever his mother could find for him, so he decided to impregnate his employee so that Denise would beg him to marry her herself. Let's load the lot and see how the things turned out. Gilbert is waking up. Let's clean up and answer the phone. I can see that Denise is studying cooking, but it seems like it isn't her one true hobby, which is kinda strange because she's got maxed out interest in food, and she also has a very high interest in work. Gilbert wants to gain a skill point. Let's make him practice. Well, and I believe that because Denise has worked in her husband's bakery for her entire life, her one true hobby should be cuisine, so I'm going to manually correct it. All we need to do with her now is to give her her secondary aspiration, and of course it's going to be family. Because as Denise's personal bio says, she's very interested in the happenings in her son's life, and she wants a grandchild. So she's family, we are giving her primary and grandma's comfort soup. Now let's talk about Gilbert. I want to change his appearance because he's wearing Dirk's hairstyle. I decided to give Gilbert Ty Bubbler's hairstyle because Ty is still very young and we can pick something more creative for him, and this one is pretty similar to what Gilbert originally had. We don't know his one true hobby yet, practice. He is interested in food, culture and travel, so he can be cuisine or probably arts and crafts, I'm not sure. I somehow see him as a music and dance sim, but if he's arts and crafts, no, it's not cuisine, clearly it isn't. So if he's arts and crafts, I'm okay with that. And we need to give Gilbert his secondary aspiration. However, before we do this, let's take a look at the Jacquet's family album. I believe that the Jacquet's family album was created during the first stages of the development of the Open for Business expansion pack, because here, first of all, we can see that Gilbert works as a chef. Yes, he is the one who cooks. And here he is also thinking about money. All this has nothing to do with the eventual version of Gilbert, who doesn't have any skills, doesn't have any talent badges, and whose romance not fortune. I think that, he rolled a 1 to get a job in Slacker career. I believe that initially the developers wanted Gilbert to be Fortune Sim, but then they remembered about the Landgrab family and created Malcolm Landgrab IV instead, and gave Gilbert his new aspiration and changed his skills panel. And instead they gave all Gilbert's attributes to his mother. She is now Fortune and she is the one who cooks. And because of that, I think that Gilbert is absolutely indifferent towards his family business, and I'm going to give him secondary pleasure aspiration because he's super lazy, he doesn't have any skills, he doesn't have any talent badges. All he's been doing in his life was to flirt with ladies left and right and hide behind his parents' backs. We're giving him primary 3 and he also gets fast metabolism. That's probably useful for a guy who works in bakery. Turn this off. I want them, Denise and Gilbert, to go to the bakery right now. Denise cleaned everything for her son. She always does everything for him when he's already 40. So we are here. As you can see, the bakery is open. But Trina Dalton, their employee, is nowhere to be seen. That's because this girl actually quit her job. She did have a daughter with Gilbert, and she was feeling, oh, there is Tosha Koha, perfect. I wanted them to hire Tosha instead of Trina. So Trina was brought up by her very strict and old-fashioned grandmother. That's why she was feeling ashamed and guilty because of her childbirth out of wedlock. She was afraid of Denise. She feared that Denise would read her like a book, the way her own grandma reads her. That's why she decided not to come to her job anymore. That's how they lost their employee. And I think Gilbert believed that Trina decided to quit her job because she heard of his relationship with Florence Delarosa and probably got jealous. We need her. And look, they're talking about money just the way Brianna Custer was talking to Chica Ramirez. Oh, Gilbert knows nothing about business, so of course he doesn't want to hire her. Gossip. Oh, they can already gossip. Oh, you, Denise, ring up the customers. Oh, well. Can you hire Tosha? Yeah, she's got a couple of skills and a couple of talent badges that are useless to us, but anyway, it's better than anything. Yes, we want to hire her. I actually want to set Tosha as Jen Tellerman's half-sister. They will have the same mother but different fathers. That's why they have different last names. But I think that they are still pretty similar. What rank are they? They are rank 1. Well, basically we can already close business because I wanted Gilbert to go on a date with Florence Delarosa. And because Denise wants Gilbert to marry Florence, and I believe Gilbert and Florence's relationship, yes, is already pretty high, they can actually get engaged. They're back. Oh no, Gilbert wouldn't clean anything. Let's make him take care of his needs and Denise could pay the bills. And she accepted, of course. We're going to go to a community lot, most likely to a restaurant, because there's going to be an engagement. Oh, Mary Sue decided to go to a restaurant. Admire Florence. He wants to tell some jokes to her. She wants to dance with him and be tickled by him. Oh, they became best friends. Play tickle. Don't tell her dirty joke. She might not like it. And she, Rolls, wants to slow dance with him. So I think that she actually likes him more than he likes her. He, of course, prefers his crush Brianna Custer. Well, now they have 2 bolts, but I suppose that because of his massive attraction, he's going to have 2 bolts with Brianna too, and probably even 1 bolt with poor Trina Dalton. Florence wants to woohoo with Gilbert. Let's focus on that. She's been lonely for too long. Florence got very refined tastes. She ordered lobster thermidor. And yeah, they're talking about their lonely days. Flirt, caress hands. I think that's not available when they're sitting like that. No, it is. Florence fell in love with him, poor Florence. He's not in love yet, though. Denise will be thrilled. A kiss, make out. And yeah, of course he got a negative memory about that, because he didn't want to get engaged to her. He is just following his mother's instructions. I believe that he has always thought about Florence as a friend. He never had any romantic intentions towards her. Let's ask back to my place. They both want to woohoo. So it makes perfect sense. And he already fears getting married to Florence. Poor Gilbert. Well, he needs to do something for his family. And apparently, marriage is the only thing that he can do. Yes, his arts and crafts. Well, I'm fine with it. He is absolutely useless when it comes to work, so his only purpose for Denise is to make her an heir. A more decent one. Hey Florence! I thought we were going home together. That's it. She's worrying? Was she cursed by a witch? Look, Denise already rolled a want relative gets married. I think Florence was worrying because everything was too fast for her. And she probably suspects that something might go wrong. Okay, Gilbert and Florence return. Say goodbye. No, she's... No, they didn't even woohoo. That's because the date was too late. And he re-rolled his wands. Oh, Florence. I was sure that you were thirsty. Don't play anything. Go to bed. You'll invite Florence first thing in the morning. And of course Florence brought a bouquet. Typical Florence. Florence and flowers. Gilbert, it's time to wake up, yes? He already wants to ask Sim on date again. I think he means another Sim. Let's invite Florence over for a woohoo. This is going to be a booty call. Gilbert hoped for a woohoo so much. Oh, Florence's underwear is horrible. No wonder she's been lonely for all this time.
Yummy.
Yeah!
Yeah, Florence's dream came true. Gilbert, wake up. Someone's calling again. Probably it's one of his other lovers. Let's say goodbye to Florence. And they also need at least one cheesecake, but Denise's cooking skill is not great enough yet, but I think she will gain it right now. No, she didn't. And by the way, they, I think, will arrive at the bakery just at the time when Tosha will come back from school. As you can see, Gilbert doesn't have any skills, and he is absolutely fine with it. I don't know, Gilbert, get some creativity at least. And let's walk to community lot. Again, just to work for a couple of hours. We are bringing Denise. Hopefully she make a cheesecake right at the bakery. Let's send employees home. And let's walk home. Well, Gilbert wants to slow dance with Sim. I think I'll make him ask Brianna out on date. Denise, you go here, get leftovers. And I want him to invite Brianna to a lot that I've recently built here in Bluewater Village. It's called Blue Beach. Oh, Gilbert wants to sunbathe, but it's night time. Yes, they have 2 bolts. Thanks to Gilbert's perk. Oh, there is Herb Oldie, and now I see that Herb and Gilbert actually look very similar. I mean, their outfits. Entertain dirty joke. I hope she'll like it. Oh no, she doesn't. Oh, that's romantic. And they fell in love. What does he want to slow dance? Play. They tickle. And because he wants to get engaged to Brianna. As I said, Gilbert is definitely into Brianna. Let's ask her back to our place, because he's got a want to woohoo with 3 different Sims. His true love is Brianna. I knew that right from the start, and she wants to get engaged to him as well. But he was forced into a marriage with Florence Delarosa. That's very sad. And Denise is just here eating in solitude. Let's put away leftovers as well. I think that she doesn't know her future daughter-in-law well enough. I think she might invite Florence over. And yes, I've got an idea on my mind. And it goes like this. I believe that Florence and Gilbert starting a relationship makes perfect sense. As I said, round 0, they have a lot in common. But I think Florence deserves better, because Gilbert is a lusty and useless dog. I don't want them to be together, especially when now we know that Gilbert doesn't love Florence at all. And she always talks about money. That's probably why Florence was worrying too. She probably thought that probably Gilbert proposed to me just because I'm richer than him. Yes. Oh, Denise likes Daniel Pleasant. Okay, fine. Casual, woohoo, bad. Gilbert, of course, doesn't know that Florence is here. Yeah, they're already getting down to business, and Florence is upstairs talking to Denise. Let's see if she will hear something. Oh, well, appreciate, admire your future daughter-in-law. Denise also doesn't know that Gilbert.
Yeah!
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, where's Gilbert? Yes, that's the scene. They've just got engaged, and now she sees him here. Gilbert, break up with her right now. Yes. He's probably telling her, I never loved you, Florence. That was my mom's idea. Denise, say goodbye to Florence before they start fighting with Brianna. And Gilbert went to shower. Oh, that's weird. And Denise is probably going to apologize for her son later. Poor Florence. Gilbert just played with her feelings. And Gilbert is going to talk to his mother right now. Let's argue with her. I'm not a child anymore. You cannot tell me what to do. Look at it. He's got a negative memory about engagement. Then he has a negative memory about breaking up with her. That's probably because he lost her as his friend. Denise is up. And Denise always rolls once about skill points. Unlike her good-for-nothing son, she's super motivated. Study cooking. Then she could call her friend Coral Oldie, or probably she could invite Coral over and tell her the whole thing. Coral trusts Denise with her secrets. And I think Denise would do the same. And our troublemaker woke up. Already wants to ask Simon date again. And of course he quickly forgives Florence because he understands that she isn't guilty and that it was probably his fault that he decided to follow his mother's idea. Yes, Gilbert, you are not a child anymore. You could have simply said no to your mother. Tell Coral about your problems. Tell her that your son got engaged. Now I think there is no need to be focused on this one, because apparently Gilbert will stay single forever. Oh, thank you, Coral, that's very nice of you. Talk gossip. You're gossiping about wrong things. Florence is mad. She's stealing the newspaper. Appreciate, admire, Coral, yourself. And look, Denise didn't even try to lecture Florence because she understands that they were wrong. Oh, she wants to talk about hobby, by the way. Talk about hobby, cuisine. Then get leftovers. Finally, Gilbert is gaining some skills. Denise wants to be best friends with Florence. She feels so sorry, and she probably hopes that if she a sort of smooth talks Florence, then she would forgive her good-for-nothing son and probably they could get engaged again. On the other hand, I don't think it makes any sense now because Florence is getting old and the chances of her producing an heir for the Jacquet family is quite low. Oh, unfortunately our cheesecake is burnt. But Coral is a nice sim. Oh, not nice enough not to show her disappointment. Oh look, Gilbert decided to talk about work, money. You're not the right person to talk about it. I love the way they're playing together. It looks so funny. Wow. Say goodbye. And let's walk to community lot with Gilbert, of course. Let's finally try to do some sales. Maybe Gilbert will meet someone younger later. That's Denise's only hope. Denise is already 67, so if Gilbert will not change his attitude towards work, the bakery will be sold to someone. Let's also call in employees. I think Gilbert is going to be more active today when it comes to work. He wants to make up for what he's done. He wants to show his mother that she has nothing to worry about. Everything will be average. Denise, you make a group meal. Make cake. Gilbert, what are you doing? Sales. Oh, we got a reporter. That's bad. It looks like for now their only source of income is their smart investing. Don't distract Tosha. She is working. Oh. He's writing a good review. Wonderful. That's surprising, by the way. And we are ranked 2. You, Denise, send employees home. Tosha likes Malcolm Landgrab. I knew that she was a gold digger too. Oh wow, they hardly made any money. I think everything they made went to pay Tosha's services. Florence kicked our can and I fear that we'll get roaches soon. Denise and Gilbert will return only in 3 hours. I can't see any roaches yet. I think they arrived just in time. Take shower. Oh no, the roaches. Gilbert, let's call the exterminator. Again, Florence, how can you? Aren't you friends with Denise? Think about this poor old lady who can potentially get sick because of the roaches. Oh, they're talking about charisma. Maybe Denise says Gilbert that if he'll develops his charisma, he'll probably meet a decent woman soon. I wonder if Gilbert wants to meet anyone but Brianna. Oh, there's Brianna! Is she bringing a gift for Gilbert? Wow, what a sculpture! 3,000K! Thank you, that was generous. I have no idea where to put it, so I decided to sell it. Probably we could put it here, but then it would look like a community lot. And Gilbert is not mad at Florence anymore, but she is mad at him because she's not as nice as him. He wants to learn lifelong happiness. And I actually think about changing his locked-in want to something else, because he seems to be in love with Brianna. I think that he would love to be with her in the long run. We'll see about her feelings towards him. He wants to find ways to be happy, and I think that one of the best ways would be to... Oh, Florence again. Kick the can and everything. I think one of the best ways would be to find a job that he will be really interested in. Clean up, pick up can, clean up, and let's find a job. He wanted to work in the slacker career. Maybe we'll find him this job, and then it will be the end of the episode. Well, he could actually use a computer. Let's look for a job for Gilbert next time. And for now, we'll end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the whole drama, the whole love triangle, Gilbert, Brianna, Florence. And I'll see you in episode 16 with the Tinkers. Bye!